Lady of the faucet, let's get it.
Woo! Yeah. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. Got my call from the R2R. Farmers going up, Brody, check the chart. In the loots, buying all these plots. Thomas G and Mike got the chat on lock. With a drip and pause. Got these dogs and pigeons, farm me, I'm ready to score. Got me a bag of the rich and hard, I think I need more. Group got me in the wave, now I'm swimming the shore. I'm up to the core. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches. It's R2R, it's R2R. Back to riches, back to riches.
Yeah, dog. Welcome to R2R Rector, excuse me, Rector Riches live stream number 63. We made it. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Happy hump day, everybody. Happy hump day. Don't forget to smash the like button. Drop a comment. We're dual streaming, so we're on YouTube. We're on X. You got to smash that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, post notifications, hop over on X, retweet it, get all your hashtags, Titanx, hashtag build on Titanx, hashtag DragonX, hashtag this and that. Get it going, guys. It's you that keeps on, getting the algorithms to notice Titanx ecosystem. Let's before we begin the stream, got a few things just to announce. I'm the Bad Bunny ambassador, right? Bad Bunny meme tokens about to become real over on Sonic Network. If you guys never heard of it, right? The meme token is going to drop. So it's a free tap to earn game right now. I have the special ad for you to watch as always, so that you guys can check it out. Actually, follow the link in the description, guys. Follow the link in the description if you guys are interested in Bad Bunny. I think you guys seen that little clip I play many times. So we're gonna jump straight to what you need to do to prepare for what's gonna go on over there. I put in the description of the video this actual post from the SwapX Exchange X account, right? Where they're announcing the SwapX Sonic Arcade, where you can play for free and earn Sonic airdrop points. All right. So you want to come over to this tweet here. You want to like it, retweet it, and go in there and put hashtag R2R. So they know they know who sent you. All right. Make sure you make your way over there. It's in the description of the video. Follow them, retweet this, go in the comments and put hashtag R2R and start to earn airdrop points for another soon to come blockchain, right? Where Bad Bunny, the home of Bad Bunny meme token. Now let's get into today's video. Let's jump into the chats here really quick. Oh, we're filling up. Jamie X, let's go. Let's go. Crypto Crazy, XRP. The Mo. We want some Mo. We want some Mo. I swear I'm not ducking you, dog. We'll definitely stream soon. Yeah, we were just talking a minute ago. My camera's not working. StreamYard's like, you know what, guys? We're going to increase your price, and then everything's going to break the day after. So I can't get the camera going. First, I couldn't get the background going. Had audio problems. I was like, dude, just work with me here. So today's setup is like this. High School of America. Yeah, dog. Jamie X is shouting out to Mo. Would like to see that stream. Yeah, we got to stream together. Me and Mo, it's been a long time coming. We got to get that going ASAP. As soon as StreamYard starts to kick into gear and show me why they charge more premium prices for some not too shabby features that are not working right now. Hashtag X28. Don't forget X28. We'll cover X28 too. Man, I need to cover X28. Hating this Gwei. Damn, I know, man. It's gonna get worse. Hey, when Ethereum goes double, you ain't gonna want to move. You're not gonna want to move. You're not gonna want to do anything because then you're gonna have to keep like $500 in the back pocket just to do a couple transactions. It's gonna get crazy. I've been there before. Gas is killing my miners. Oh, I don't think I have. Here's the thing. Remember the miners for Titanx, based off the code and the way it works, they can bleed out for not bleed out, but you can let them sit for 7 days, right? And they'll still collect bonus points if people are actually making miners. They'll still make T rank. So you don't have to collect it right away. You can wait for gas fees to go down. But I feel you. Smash the like and subscribe. Absolutely. Refined seed. Apache. Man, I ain't gonna even try. Did I have coffee this morning? I didn't even have coffee this morning. Wow. That's why my face is hurting and I feel like beat up. Stable coins turn now. Hey. Are we talking about the pegging? Hey, it could happen. Why Titanx like this? Any idea? If not, think some founders have projects with 20 trillion Titanx, 8 Genesis. I believe they're selling R2R on R2R funny. I'm trying to piece that together. No coffee. Do I think the founders are dumping? No, I wouldn't believe so. E280 yield this week is brutal. Brutal, good or bad? Brutal could be good. Brutal could be bad. All right, I'm officially wrecked now. Let's go. Up feels good, down feels bad. Alien X, we got everybody. I appreciate you guys being here today. Gonna scoop up some of this cheap Titanx. I like the way you're thinking. Let's talk bribes. SwapX, Sonic. Yeah, go in the description of the video. Get in tune with this, guys. Let me grab the link here and put it in the chat box for you so that you guys can go and earn your airdrop. Man, I've been trying to get you 90 people out there got involved with Bad Bunny and been earning that token, that meme token for free. So there's going to be something special for you set up. Go in there, follow. I just put it in the messages. Follow them. Go to that tweet, retweet it, hashtag R2R. That's all you got to do, and follow the instructions to do everything else. You think the DEX aggregator can help the fees in Titanx ecosystem? There's a whole lot going on. Yo, R2R with the best unibrow in the business. Keep up the great streams, bro. Hey, man, the brow is the power behind the brow. Unibrow power, bro. This is unity. I was like, you know what? I was plucking it for a long time. I was over on this chain being a maxi, and then I became a money maxi. I just let the brow come out. I was like, the unibrow is my superpower. You know what I'm saying? Patty the Irishman, bro. Let's go. All right. So, hey, it's an exciting time right now. We're like on the verge of this, could be like a major bull market. Like think of it this way. The last cycle, all-time high was like $69,000, $68,000 Bitcoin. Now we're at $92,000 Bitcoin. All right. Could we break 100,000? There's going to be a certain point where we hit Bitcoin dominates, goes to all-time high, and then it just like takes a rest. It hits a top, and then it takes a big, it's taking a big right now, sucking up all the market caps. You'll see some of the altcoins go down a little bit as Bitcoin starts to go parabolic, as we've seen before during these cycles. And then when it just releases, flows out, it just rains all over the altcoins. And then we have an altcoin season, right? So where are we going with Bitcoin? I don't know, man. I want to see 100K. We break that. That's a crazy way to really kick, to end the year and start 2025. All right. I'm definitely extremely happy to see that. Let's take a look at Ethereum too. And then we'll get into Titanx. Everyone wants to talk about Titanx in today's video. $3,286. You see, I'm feeling it today, guys. Okay, this is like, I think a lot of you guys are used to watching streams, with Jake and a lot of founders, and you'll never hear them kind of come out of character and just talk a little real about what's going through somebody's mind through these motions right now. And the motions that we're feeling, and even if you're in Pulse Chain and you're in Titanx, is this right now. You're a little bit happy on the Pulse Chain side because there's a little bit of greenery in the scenery. It's still way down from sacrifice prices, right? Like a lot. So you're sitting here looking at Ethereum and rooting for it to go above that RH price point where he spent all the SAC funds above 3,700. And we were just ripping it on the Titanx side while Pulse was going down, Hex was going down. We were taking off. We hit a bottom in late July, early August, and we just been going up and up. And you're starting to feel like, okay, this is bullish. Market's doing okay. It's teeter-tottering, going up and down. Titanx is doing well, and then the market starts to take off. ETH starts doing well. Bitcoin starts doing well. Hex goes up a little bit, and then we start tanking. So it's a very an emotional roller coaster. All right. I know, like, if you want to go stream with Jake, and listen, I never got the invite. I'm like the only streamer who doesn't stream regularly with Jake. I streamed that one time. I apologized to him. It was a beautiful thing. I know he doesn't want any FUD. You don't want to talk about the things that would make people feel emotional or not positive. I want to talk about those things in a sense where I want to relate to you guys and tell you I'm in the same boat. I feel you when you look at Titanx and where we're at with the price, and you've seen Bitcoin at $90,000. You're seeing Ethereum at 3,200. You're seeing the Hexagon celebrating a little bit early right now, and the PDI narratives. It's rough. It's really tough. Like with these markets pull you through, from zero to a hero overnight. Like we may have our moment tomorrow. We might start to take off out of nowhere. And I think like just with the people that I'm talking with out there in the chats, I'm standing my ground, right? I have my confidence in the system, but I have these emotions where I expressed, talking about Mike Dean's, premium package, how you can see that these stakes were coming out. And I was like, I wasn't anticipating that they were going to sell everything. I was anticipating that people have the knowledge of knowing those stakes are coming out. So, if the smart people were to look at that data, anybody really to look at that data would be like, maybe I should sit liquid Ethereum and wait to buy the dip in case they sell. Jake comes out on camera, makes a big statement about it's not the stakers. That's just a narrative. They've only sold 10%, and it's people that were whales that sold out of vaults, sold out of DragonX, said he looked through the entire chain. And I don't think people connected with that for whatever reason. So I'm just going to point out kind of what it is. It's tough, man. It sucks right now in this very moment. But you have to backtrack and just remember why you're here to begin with. The entire journey you've been on, right, with Titanx, where you've gone, what we've seen, what we've been through, what's the strength in unity and all the build on Titanx and all the people that support it, right? Where we've been, you take a look at these lows. We've been going up, guys. We've been going up. We've had this moment of going up since the end of July, and we've been enjoying it for months. So it's a cool off period. People are taking profits. Who knows? Maybe they want to go buy some peanut, right? Peanut the squirrel. Maybe they want to go buy some Pepe, some Doge, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Not everybody is here for the long run or cares to be here for the long run. Let me get back to the chat really quick. Titanx Farmer Pulse Chain via 2 fucks. Fucks is coming. Woo! Titanx people, you're going to be able to farm on 2 fucks. You saw it here. Reach out to me to collaborate. Sure will. We should bring you on stream because the Titanx people will probably be excited to hear that. Rock ain't scared to put anyone on the hotspot legend. Yeah, I'm not. I don't have anyone to put on the hotspot, but I do realize what the crowd is going through. Like when they hear like Jake and all these people come out, and they're very, very, very positive, which I think is a beautiful thing. We need to be strong, but people want to know that, hey, somebody else is going through this too. So yeah, I do have these moments where I want to grab my largest bags and go into, some of these memes, but I hide those ledgers away from myself. The ones that have liquid, I'll sell some Titanx, get back into this, jump into that, degen status, but it's tough. I just want you guys to know we're in the same boat, and then to exit out of your bag right now, you're paying a hefty gas fee. So I'm not going to be the person to go out there and say buy the dip, but I am buying on, different strategies, trading, buying for the long term, trading, swing trading. I'm taking advantage of the opportunity that's here because I do realize that as we look at this price with Titanx and we go down, based off all the information and data we have, the show will go on at the end of the month, heading into December. There will be basically no inflation. There will be the hefty stakers that are unstaking would have been gone and done, whether they sell or don't sell, 10%, 20%. I'm not looking for an accurate number there because when you tell somebody that, hey, all these big stakers selling is a narrative, all these 10% selling, and you see this pricing, this price point, it doesn't add up to people, whether they can verify it on the chain or not. Most people don't know how or don't believe that. It won't be relevant coming up in December. None of this. This is all just like the roller coaster that we go through. So there's a lot of things that they're going to test you, man. You're going to be tested. I think we currently are. I'm buying more soon as Gwei goes down a tad just to get a sexy dip. Buy. There you go. Buy. 66 watching, 9 likes. Let's go. Get the likes. Pound the likes. I just got here. Liked. Appreciate you. Let's go. EHEX. I feel it like it's about to pump EHEX. Possibly. I see 18. Smash it, guys. Or else. I saw 25 likes in YouTube bugging. Yes, the emotion is key. Just watch the Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, focus on Bitcoin dominance. All right, let me pull it up where you can see it here. And back in the day, back, you remember Brit VR back in the day when you were hot on YouTube too? They didn't have an Ethereum dominance. I don't remember that being a thing. I remember joking around and saying Ethereum was going to flip Bitcoin one day and make Bitcoin an altcoin. The Bitcoin dominance is at 59.9%, right? We could see that 65%. Once you see that start to drop down and Bitcoin cools off on its parabolic, move that it always has, just a big bing. And like I've been telling you, after the elections, I've been saying after the elections are done, regardless of wins, after the elections, this is the Bitcoin cycles. After it takes off, it springs into action the altcoins when it just hits its head on the ceiling, right? And then it'll have another leg up, and it'll happen quick. And then we get to enjoy all the gains from all these wonderful altcoins, right? So we're right there. I don't think Titanx is any different than any other altcoin. The altcoin season will happen. And the beautiful thing about our situation is we are leveraged to Ethereum. So Ethereum is an altcoin that will be performing. And, we're looking at, probably doing a 2x, 3x. We'll see. I don't know. But if it does anywhere in between there, our system, it becomes stronger. I will take a look at the strength of the system in a second. I bought the Blood Candle and Dragon X Fearless. Let's go. I like that move right there. I like Titanx to Dragon X. Dragon X outperforms Titanx, has, and it probably always will. So I love that move, right? What happened to Titanx ecosystem buy and burn clicks like these days where no body click is because gas fees? Do you think it's good for the Titanx? Let's take a look at what we have, in the back pocket. Let's take a look here of what has been structured and what's been given to us, the people. Us, the people, made these miners, right? Us, the people, made the miners on Titanx, which fed the stakers, which end up feeding 369 to DragonX, all that Ethereum there. That's all our money. All our money that we made hyper got distributed here. And it's sitting here gaining appreciation. We got 1,943 Ethereum. That's worth $6.3 million. Jake has it right now buying 1 ETH every 10 minutes right now at this point. every 10 minutes. He kickstarted this every 1 minute, like a day or so ago when it dumped hard. So it's buying a lot. That's 60 ETH, or not, how many ETH per hour? 6 ETH per hour right now at these prices. And I think, okay, here's what I think. Like, I'm not here to FUD. I think he should leave it at where it was originally. To be honest with you, I think he should. I think 1 ETH per 10 minutes right now is not acting like a machine. All right. We call these the machines, but we know that human beings are controlling them. And I think even he's gotten caught up in the moment where even though on stream, like you can't go on his stream and talk bad, right? You're not going to be invited if you're going to talk FUD. I know that for a fact. I'm not one of them people that have been able to make it on there, nor does it matter to me because it's not important. I'm doing my thing, he's doing his. I feel that this needs to kick back and just let all hell break loose. It's already down. Let it be where it's preserve this, right? I think he got caught up with everybody being really upset and pressuring him. He even kickstarted V1. Where I draw the most strength right now from here, as far as across the board on the two leaders we have on the table, we have Eric and we have, Jake. I'm drawing my most strength and conviction when I look at this right here. Okay, what do you see right here? You see the Titanx website where it has all this ETH sitting here? Hasn't been touched since day 369. I said this yesterday, during my Steve interview, live stream with Steve DeFi. I'm like, Eric's like a brick wall, bro. He's like that 3-4 cycle guy. I don't know how many cycles, but you can tell like he's a seasoned vet. None of the noise is getting to him. He is not spending a single ETH. Why would he? We know Ethereum's going to go up. But if you listen to the noise and you let the pressure get to you, you might kickstart the buy and burn to 1 ETH per minute, and you'll never get that ETH back. You could get it at a higher value later. I think it's best served later. So I'm drawing strength from this move right here. I think it's like a super like gangster move. All right. Like, yeah, I see the prices. I see everything going up. I'm not budging. I think he has a goal in mind and he's sticking to it regardless of what people say. Because we're all like, man, like, please go up. Like, this is the time. But we've been enjoying that ride for a minute here since, late July, early August, up until recently. So we've been having our cake and eating it too. We've been doing good. So when I see this, that's like the strength of a leader I want to see. Now, not to say anything bad about Jake, I see this and I go panic mode, trying to make me happy. I don't want you to make me happy right now. I don't want you to make anyone happy. I do want to see Titanx go lower to where it needs to be organically, like without the manipulation of trying to save the day. Because I got too caught up with that feeling with Sack Daddy RH. Like everyone is like, Sack Daddy's gonna save us, But I want these to, because this man versus machine narrative, is the machines are being controlled by the humans, so the machines have to act like the humans need to be in character, because a human being is triggering these buy and burns, but the machine doesn't get pushed by the entire community panicking to kickstart 1 ETH per minute. Now it was great because I bought and then I sold and made some profit a couple times during that pump. It gave me money in my pocket, but I don't think people like me or anybody else looking for exit liquidity should get that. And I don't think Richard Hart should have came in and saved the day like he did early 2024 and did that either. He basically gave that Rackham guy exit liquidity. If you guys remember back in February when he pumped all that sacrifice money into the system. So that's my honest thoughts about that, the smart contracts and the buy and burns. There's so much ETH sitting there. I think it's a timing thing. I'm sitting here going, I got all this ETH. Let these people sell. And like Richard Hart says, congratulations, you sold your future. Let the losers get shucking out, right? And when this Ethereum is double, you're double the trouble. You got to work less. You work less. It's just, and then inflation will be completely like to nothing. So I think it was a premature human reaction. That's my honest opinion. Like I said, you may like it, you may not like it, but I'm not here to kiss anyone's behind. I don't get paid. I'm not a paid community influencer. This is all organic. This came out X28, and it's actually doing really well. Hey, we got a lot going. Shogun's coming too, so there's still stuff being burnt. A whole system of protocols that should give confidence for these machines to kind of hold back, even though someone controls them behind the scenes. Someone's got to make the machines, right? But you'll see 244,000 in the buy and burn. I haven't had a chance to talk about X28. I used it, I experienced it, I understand it. But what I will say is this has a consistent reason to be used through arbitrage for people to continue to use a bot or manually do it, to consistently play the ARB game and burn Titanx. Like there's really never going to be a downside to this, like where it slows down. It's always going to be continuous. So it's interesting to see X28 and then Shogun's coming out. And I don't know much about the Shogun, to be honest with you. I believe like if you have 10 billion Titanx staked, you're going to need to match 10 billion more additional Titanx to get out of that stake, and you'll get something in return. I'm not sure. I'm not up to date with that, to be honest with you. Back to the chat. All right. Let's see. It might be that Titanx will be extension to bull run. At the end of the bull run, when fees cool down, Titanx will rip. Then we laugh. Eric is a effing Hexagon. He knows what's up. Yeah. Hey, he's showing his true strengths right now. Like I gotta hand it to him. I'm a lot more impressed by him as time goes on, watching how he operates. It's just he's different. All right, I'll say that he's different. He's built different. We have two people that are controlling different aspects of the system. His Hydra system doesn't have staking, which I think is a beautiful thing too. At the end, like you don't have to worry about Hydra stakes coming out down the road. So I do appreciate things like that. How does Pulsar fit into things? I don't know. Once I saw X28, I just forgot about Pulsar, and I love Kool-Aid. He's a good guy. Should have him on stream, but X28 for me is the one-stop shop. Even though it's layer 0 and Pulse Chain is not like a layer 0 compatible, from what I understand. So they'll leave that up to Pulsar to do ARB for Pulse. But I don't know. Like this system's here on all these chains. I'm not just concerned about Pulse. So I had to retract my 100x for Pulsar. And I even said this yesterday. I said a lot of you guys are streaming with Jake and you guys are pitching your ideas. He has the benefit of sitting back and seeing all of your ideas and beefing them up and making them better in his eyes. Because there's no doubt about it. He's been in talks with the Pulsar team for a long time. And X28 came out to be an ARB platform on all these chains. Was he inspired by the Pulsar team to do this? Did he have it early on with the ARB? I don't know. But hey, he put it through audit. He put it out. It's here. It's great. Doesn't matter whose idea it is now. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you got to keep stuff to yourself. Because the moment I clicked X28, I realized what it was. Pulsar clicked in my brain, and I was like, "Oh, poor guys!" Like, even though it's not utilizing Pulse chain, I just couldn't help the thought, like, yeah, this is gonna be the system. One-stop shop. I can live without Pulse Chain. It is what it is. People will be excited for Pulsar still. Doesn't matter. People are saying RH is staking the ETH. That's what I heard. That he's staking the ETH. Rackham saying he's staking the ETH and he's going to be using it, the yield, to pump his tokens indefinitely, like throughout all the times. Right? It's critical to keep it 1000% with your community. Transparency manages emotions. Yeah, that's what I want to bring to the table, because if I'm a CEO, founder, I'm going to be hesitant to show anything that's like, how would you say, fearful, what they would call FUD. Like I said, you don't see me on there every day with Jake. There's a lot of people to stream with him, and I'm doing well as a streamer without some of the core founders. I'm barely getting some people on board or giving me the opportunity, like they're coming around. But I'm just giving you the straight emotion. I'm here with you guys. I'm here with you, and I'm feeling the emotions. ORX will be Dragon X on steroids. I'm not forfeiting at all. Speaking of that, let me pull up the wallet. All right. This is like this will be dangled in your face as far as ORX. Like, for example, on this wallet here, I have to refresh it. On this wallet here, my what am I doing? Oh, here we go. Two of the ones that I have minted, you can see right here, I can early claim penalty right now. So every day that passes by, this ROI in the red drops based off how long I wait. So if I wait the 52 weeks, I end up with 470,000. So this will be just like with your hex stakes. You can early end your hex. This gives you a precise number. So in 10 days, I can get more. I'll lose the remaining balance. But that's the exciting part of this game theory, because right now, a lot of people look at the forfeited ORX is going up. People are being shaken out of their hands and their positions as far as their Titanx that they minted for ORX, right? And people are not making mints anymore either, because of the entire Titanx ecosystem is down in the dumps, and no one's excited to do this. It makes my mints more valuable to hold them throughout 52 weeks to get the full amount here. So you're starting to see the game theory happen. Proof of weak hands. On top of that, right? On top of that, they're going to have the test net for USDX end soon and go mainnet, which is going to be exciting. I'm excited about that. But let's go take a look at the prices of what's going on in the Titanx ecosystem while we're here. I don't see Pulse Chain there. Yeah, X28 does not have Pulse Chain. That it has all the other ones, but not Pulse Chain. So that's where Pulsar comes in. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like the idea is the same, X28, but all the other chains. So for me, it's like I could just do it here on these other chains and not have to worry about Pulse Chain. I mean, I don't know. USDX should be soon as well. That's what I'm hearing. Game changer? I believe so. Tie Titanx to Hex via liquidity. When together, you can't take the Hex out of a hexagon. That'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. I think I heard Eric was working on something like that. But let's look at the prices of what's going on. I believe everything's in the red. All right, going to Dragon X. See, I don't want to focus on Dragon X's price. I want to focus on the ratio, right? I think we went as low, like not so long ago, as 1-8, 1-9. So it's not doing too bad. You got to flip it here to see the ratio. So that's why I think right now I'm more involved in swapping my Titanx or Dragon X. It makes sense to catch the ratio on the way up again to these numbers to end up with more Titanx, or to hold longer to even have more Titanx. So this goes to 1-50 ratio, then you're really loving your life, So that's I like that move there. Somebody in the chat said it earlier. I was like, I'm totally on board with that. Let's take a look at how Hyper is doing. This is going to really, Hyper miners are going to slow down. Hydra miners are going to slow down. And that's when I make my miners, when people are fearful. That's why I made my miners all the way into late February with Titanx, and I'm getting them every day, and they're still in ROI even at these prices. Hyper $2.5 million market cap. We'll take a look at what's going on in this wallet really quick and see how the miner ROI is doing. Do I have any on this wallet? Now let me switch to this one. Yeah, I think I have them here. Yeah. Yeah, ROI is dropping a lot. Look at that. 88 day miners hit hard. So for me, I'm like, I'm gonna make more, on a few wallets and even this one. Let's pull up Hydra really quick. Which Hydra, man, so much Titanx went into this, like the highest participation we had in anything. The value was just so high. It was like 7 million, 7 million dollars, 3.3 million, 5.6 trillion Titanx. I know a lot of it's gone here, got some of the vortex. So these numbers are trickling down. All the sentiment and everything changes, right? When price action takes place. But let's take a look here at the ROI. 69.26% right now for ROI for 88-day 100 power miner. So people are definitely going to slow down. When they slow their roll, I speed my roll. I just do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. It works for me, man. I got to stick to what works for me. At the end of the day, you got to do you. You got to do you. Let's go back to the price here. $2.5 million market cap for Hyper. What's Hydra at? 1.2 million. I keep seeing all over. People are like, miners are wrecked. I'm like, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I'll go make some right now. Definitely. Coin market cap went down for a time due to many requests. Coinbase is the top app downloaded. FOMO's here. Happened a lot faster than anyone thought. R2R do something. I need my Viper bags to pump. Man. Steve said he found a way to include smaller liquidity projects in the vault pillars. Hopefully that's true, because I feel like Steve's got the pressure where there's a lot of projects that are making it. I'm not going to say any names, but you can see there's a lot of projects out there that are looking so desperate for a Steve pillar that they're like begging for it. And it's like, because they know they need it, right? They need something. And Homie flat out said yesterday the liquidity thing. So if he figured it out in under 24 hours, good for him. But I feel like the things that need to be built on are the ones that are performing the best, right? You don't get a job in the real world. You don't get a job promotion when you're not at your best, when you're not outperforming other people. So for me, I'm just saying, okay, obviously he built on Dragon X, Viper. He's going to build Turbo for Hyper, something else for Hydra. He vault his, and he's doing something for Lotus, right? And then obviously, because you have the person that owns the top two ranks and owns the farms, makes something for Tink. I think everything else needs to just build for themselves, build the LP up, get your prices to perform well, get people to buy and be interested. Then it's worth the time and effort for Steve to build and make a pillar. That's how I see it. If you want to make a pillar for everybody because you're that good of nice of a person and you want to make them for even people that are not performing well, and drain that time and not use it in a sufficient way for the things that are doing good, you're ultimately taking time away for things that benefit the community. And if you make a product for something that's not doing well and people get into that and it also doesn't do well because these things are not performing well, then it's not good, right? So there's a rank system here for a reason, right? Everyone's objective should be to work hard enough to get up here. Work your tail off to get here in these top spots or in the top 10, whatever it may be. But if you're going outside the top 10 and you're coming here and you're like, I'm going to build on these ones, this one, and they're not doing much, you're doing a disservice for the community. and you're building too much. So the most successful project here, Eric's projects, he only built 2 in several months' times. So sometimes you got to slow your roll. I mean, we want quality over quantity, definitely. UFO and post chain LFG. Oh, that's right. That's right. Alien X, I think that's what people call gold on E280. We looked at E280 yesterday, and E280 actually has a spot for you to add liquidity within their platform. I don't know how that works, but they only have $65,000 in liquidity. So if you guys are getting these massive payouts from your NFTs in an Element 280, how are you guys cashing out? Because half of this would be 32,000 in Dragon X. So there must be another. Let me take a look. Is there a bigger pool than the one I'm looking at? Maybe I'm the wrong one. This one right here, $57,000 in Titanx. I don't know how these people are cashing out to make those gains real. I'm not sure. I'm not in it. So I just see tiny liquidity and I go, how are you guys making the money? I don't know. You got to tell me. 2 in the tank. Hyper, Turbo, Matrix, Warp. Vault will be the main beneficiary in the pillar systems. And at the end of the day, hold that vault, right? The more pillars, the more vault can siphon out of other projects. Yeah, I don't want other projects to get siphoned. I want vault to be, do good because it's participating with pillars with projects that are doing good. So a pillar for Dragon X makes sense. A pillar for Hyper, which is a Jake project, makes sense. The payout is anything but massive. It's virtually $0 this week. It's not good. You have one bad week like that, and that's really going to change the mood, right? But you guys gotta listen. There's a lot of good people and good builders in the space. I like the dude. I really do. I think he had bad timing with Helios, but nobody's doing anything with Helios. No one even talks about it. I think I talk about it more than any other influencer I've showed on camera. And I don't talk about it very much. So I think people will judge him based off of that. And they didn't see a big success in Helios. They didn't see a big success in the other like kind of off brands like Giannis as well. So maybe he's catching that same energy with E280 because I feel like E280 concept was massive and it should be doing much better. Like these LPs should be popping and everything because if you go to their website, you can just plug in your LPs all day long on there. And that's based off your participation, what you're earning and all that. There's a way to do that. The LP manager, right? Come in here and add Alien X and pair it up with Element. Doesn't look like people are participating to do that. So this is completely community driven where if I'm an investor and I put 10 grand in this, I don't see how I'm going to get big numbers back based off liquidity. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can have like these big payouts. And it's okay for ideas not to work. I think it's a great idea, but if it doesn't work, the reason why it didn't work is because the community wasn't feeling it. All right. And I skipped out on Element 280 for Vault and did really well. And then now I'm doing Viper. Right? Let me pull up Viper. And Viper is not having the same storyline as Vault, but it is a different time. Times are different. Vault came out while Titanx was pumping. Viper came out while Titanx and Dragon X is dumping. So it will have its glory on a delayed effect, I believe. When we start to take off, Viper's going to have a lot of money in the back pocket to support the buy pressure continuously to do really well. So that's why it's like, okay, I'll sit on it, be patient. I sold a little Viper yesterday, but I have a lot, and I participated in the auction again. I'm recycling, doing that same thing I did with Vault, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But look at this. There's a lot of Dragon X in here now. Okay. 315 billion Dragon X is in here. And you go look at the stats on the Hydra site, right? Well, 5.1 trillion. So Viper is having a massive impact on the supply that it's taking of Dragon X. And it's going to be a massive delayed reaction in a positive way. Let's see. Last hyper buy and burn was 5 hours ago. I mean, that one ETH buy in Titanx. Oh, wow. No one's triggering it, is what you're saying? Let me go see. Do I need to trigger it for science? Oh, yeah. It takes a user to trigger this. So the gas is so high. Oh, yeah. So it's not just burning through it. Okay, I'll read. You can't see this, but right now to trigger this, it costs $65 in gas. The user reward would be $16.40. So it's as good as being off right now because it's completely, entirely not profitable to do so. If I could go back and if I was designing this, I'm sure anybody would have been like, we should have used like a pool of ETH so that the smart contract gets triggered by a contract that holds ETH to pay the gas fees. So during a time like this, right? Like if you anticipated that this was going to start doing its best during a bull market where gas fees are high, wouldn't it have been interesting to have made a smart contract where like maybe 1% of original Titanx miners that were being created, the ETH, fed into a smart contract that later down the road was going to be used strictly for ETH gas? Because no user is going to trigger this when it costs you $65 in gas and you only get a $16 reward. You're taking a $50 hit. Right? Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, that one ETH buying Titanx, yeah. I see what you mean. R2R is right. Let Genesis pay for B&B calls. Ooh, I like that. Hey, go stress that to Jake. Hey, listen, I come from a world, my grandpa taught me, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you don't ask, you won't receive. Right? Go put it into the universe and say, hey, bro, the Genesis needs to cover these right now. Because the user's going to get screwed. No one's going to do it. Right? So, I mean, I don't know why it's on if it's not going to be used. If this call function is what is going to be saving the day and buying and burning, and it's triggered by the users, who the hell is going to call it when it's completely out of profit X amount of times per day? Maybe the Genesis wallet could be used for some good like that. You never know. Throw it out there. It's a good idea. Someone triggered it 5 hours ago when the gas was the same price as someone's willing. I'm willing. Yeah. It was 150 USD to participate in Viper today. 4 hours and there's only 6 users. I'm going to go in. You don't know till you ask, right? Right? You guys got to ask. Listen, if I had him on a live stream, I would tell him that. I would just say, hey, bro, come out of pocket from the Genesis wallet and start triggering this bad boy. Hey, the people are hurting right now. We're down. We can't call this function. You know, and you can say it with a smile. It doesn't mean to hurt his feelings or anything like that. But, you know, that, you won't see me parked up with them in a live stream. I'm just not that person. I literally saw somebody in the chat get told, you can't come on here with that FUD. He was like, yes, daddy. I am broke. You bring me on stream with you, I'm gonna be cool, but like I'm gonna ask some of the shit that you probably don't want to even be asked. Right? Like, hey, use Jess's wallet. That's a lot of ETH. That's a lot of ETH. Why not? But ask and you shall receive. Put that out there in the universe. Let them know. Say something. And the only thing he can do is say no, right? Wait, what does it matter from there? Oh, I'm looking at some man. I'm going through Twitter right now. I'm seeing a lot of hate on Titanx. It's tough, man. It's tough. Let's keep looking at the prices. Any questions, you guys? Inferno. Oh man, what's their volume like? 85K. Poor guys. Good guys too. I like I say, everyone's good people, right? Everyone will call somebody, like, oh, you're awesome, you're nice, until their project's down and you get all bitter and mad. Then you're just like, F that dude. Like, people don't hold on to that kindness very well when things start to turn red. So I've seen a lot of stuff about Inferno too. And I go, I got out of my position in Inferno at the right time. If I would have stayed in it, it would have been really bad for me. So I just had this thought where I was like, I'm gonna chase the other such shiny objects that were coming, and it did well. I feel like they've built a lot, like a lot of stuff has been built on Inferno. Let me take a look real quick. Like a lot of things. Flux. Um, they're in. They're connected. Let me go to their website here. Where's the docs at? They have a whole web, like they're like the Atropa ecosystem of Titanx with the amount of stuff that they've linked together. Um, is it in the diagram? Like, yeah, like there's even more added to this. And like in theory, and the thought was like they should be doing really well. Why did people stop participating? Like there was people saying like this is Titanx is gonna launch a meme season. These meme tokens are going to take off. You saw all the bullish videos. I was watching the verse. I was feeling it too. I was like, oh damn, meme fi. And then like once I turned it off, I was like, let me buy some meme tokens. I ended up buying some meme token regular ones, right? Like Peanut. I don't know if Peanut is doing real good. Let me take a look at Peanut. Well, I don't want to go off topic, but let's see. Why are we so fickle? Jamie X, Sway will be down in the next bear market. Damn, bro. Damn. They could increase ETH amounts when the time is right. Yeah. So it's profitable to trigger. True. Inferno is going to rip when we rise. It's almost 57% burnt. Not financial advice, of course. Yeah, I talked about this with Steve too. Like, okay, everything that's bonded with Titanx, we're under the assumption when Titanx does well that it's all going to do well, right? Everything in the market is tied to Bitcoin. When it goes on a massive run, yes, we have a big altcoin season, but it's usually the ones that have the participation and the volume and the listings. There are those tokens, and it's hundreds of pages of tokens that don't do diddly squat, right? So you would have to say, looking at Inferno right now, you would have to make the argument that its volume is all of a sudden going to be 10 times higher. Its participation is going to be 10 times higher. And one could speculate that when the time comes and it does go up a little bit because the tides start to rise together due to the bonding, that it's going to be the time to exit for those that have been stuck in it to join something else. So by design, everything built on Titanx was meant to support Titanx, whether it failed or it was a success. The end result is positive because it burned Titanx, but not everything is going to succeed. There's a lot of projects that are going to fail that are right active right here, right now, in this very moment. I've talked about, you've talked about, I'm in, you're in. That's just when it comes down to it. Now, if I were to eliminate everything, right? And say, what would be the last one standing? I'm confident it's going to be anything that Jake or Eric has built or designed. Hands down. If I were to squeeze one in there, it would be Volt, right? So that's how picky, that's how I'm adjusting my mindset to maximize profits. If you have $100,000 and you want to spread it out into everything in Titanx ecosystem, a lot of it's going to come back with a zero return. But if you narrow it down to 4, the core ones, you could do very well on all of them because they're heavily, closely bonded. They're not too far down the chain of events and tokens that came out. And based off participation, your cheat sheet right now is this Titanx stat sheet, right? You want to know what's going to do very well, and you want a top 10, narrow it to top 10, here you are. You want to narrow it to your top 5, here you are. Top 3, there you have it. That's how I look at it. That's why the stats are there, to give you the information and data that exists that's undeniable, right? You got to look at it like sports too, okay? You got to look at it like sports. In the world of sports or any competitive sport, any competitive stock, the one that's in last place, no one's talking about. They're the Detroit Lions, the LA Clippers 10 years ago, right? Tickets are $25 for front row seats. You want to go to a Laker game, it's $10,000 a pop. They're winning. They got Kobe and Shaq. It's just the truth. You might not want to hear that analogy, but that's where we're at. And I think that's where you're going to be best served, transitioning from where we're at right now to when we do go parabolic based off all the numbers. All right. 8% is all Genesis. They should use 1 or 2% to call and buy and burns. It will be worth it. Hey, man, throw that out to brother. I like that. I really do. I really do. I mean, it's going to be way too expensive at some point, and it's got to be addressed. It's already becoming a problem. Already a problem. Already. And the reason why I think we have a say, okay, and why what we say does matter to Jake, whether he wants to say he runs it, we don't know who runs this, right? But I would imagine that the person that controls the buy and burn is a humble enough individual to know that all that ETH is there because of you, because of us. It didn't show up there on its own. It was the percentages of the Ethereum that was used to make Titanx miners that went here. And is even in the Genesis wallets with no expectations, right? Regardless of no expectations, it's there because it was our money. So if you want to throw it out there, maybe that person is humble enough. Maybe that person is like, gracious enough to be like, yeah, I can do that. I can make that happen. Whoever runs this, I'll see if I can convince them, And there's nothing wrong with putting that out there. Don't feel like you're fudding the community. Don't feel like you're upsetting people. They're helping people. Hey, Jake, do you know who runs the V1? Maybe you can ask them to pay the gas fee. I don't see why not. Just ask the dude. Want me to get on live stream? Tell Jake to do a live stream with me. I'll ask him every question that's never been asked. I won't ask him a single question that's been asked on any live streams. I'll spend a week watching every live stream that happened with Jake. I'll ask him everything that nobody asked. If he wants to do it, it'll be a rough, fun ride. Like, I ain't going to sit there and bash on homie. I got too much respect for him. I like him. I love what he's done. But I will ask the stuff that people wouldn't ask for. That's just, why not? But that is a list of burnt Titanx. The list will be ever changing, so we can have Hydra and Hyper in the end. Fortified spot when something like Shogun X28 comes out. Yeah, I mean, look at Shogun and X28 are going to be up there, but the best performing ones are up there because they burned the most Titanx. That means there's the most participation, right? But I hear you. Woo! That's smart. Let's call on Jake for an R2R stream. It's probably time. It's about time, man. Make him get a little one-on-one. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. We haven't seen it yet. But I wouldn't be shocked if he did. I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't. And he doesn't follow me on Twitter. Rule of 100: retweet and like everything Titanx. He don't do that with me. He doesn't. The rule of 100 doesn't apply to my tweets. Once in a great while, he will though, and maybe he'll follow me again. We had that fallout. I apologize to him. It's all good, and is what it is. The smart contracts are going to do what they do. We love Titanx. Never been asked. Popcorn. It is maybe do a private call with him first. Yeah, the invite's out there. He'll hear it. But anyways, guys, it's been 1 hour. Point of everything is, in conclusion, right? We are going through some tough times, and you've gone through all the pain. Get a reward from it. We're right around the corner here, guys. I'll show you before I end the stream. If you guys aren't using Mike Dean's premium package, I always put the link in the description of the video. But we have the luxury of seeing, the end of some big stakes, the end of some big mining periods are coming to a complete halt, to nothing. We're here. We're going to be right. We're right here. 1.26 trillion total claimable Titanx in this month from miners. We drop to 160 billion in December. Then January, 3.56 billion Titanx. So hold on tight. We're almost there. Right? The system was built for this. It was designed for this moment. You just have to hold on a little bit longer. Chalk up the hands, take a deep breath, go enjoy your life, and we're right there, man. Time stops for nobody, right? It just keeps on going. You can't stop it. We'll be here eventually. And then look at March, where I feel like the bull market ends. That's the smallest day you'll get across the board. 1.49 billion Titanx total in March. It's a big cliff to fall off as far as inflation. And then the machines and the price of ETH and everything, the bull market, we got a big one here. All right. I'm tired of developers who have turned into venture capitalists believing they can defy fundamental principles of technology and computing. They think they can manipulate the market with gimmicks, creating artificial economics without producing anything for real value, without transparency, decentralization, or accountability. They truly believe that if they deny obvious flaws, nothing will happen to the system. All right. You spilled your guts. I put it out there so people can hear and feel what you said. I don't know if you're talking about a particular project or Titanx, but those are your emotions, bro. Let it out. But hold on tight, because we're getting there. Wake up in December. Don't get shook out of your fortune. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, there is going to be today. Morpheus is going to have their participation. Well, let me think. What do they call it again? Let me go to their website. There will be 10 winners. I wish anybody watching right now, I hope one of these 10 winners is going to win 22. 10 people are going to win 22 billion Titanx for the engagement bonus. Isn't that crazy? So if you guys participated in that, all right, good luck to you. I hope one of you guys wins. I don't know when they're going to do that, but I'm excited to watch that happen. 10 people's lives that can change. It's a beautiful thing. Zoom out and you'll feel better. Yeah, always. All right, guys. There's a lot of you here today. I appreciate the support. It's important that you follow me on X, you follow me on YouTube, smash the like buttons, and don't forget that the tweet that I posted for you guys, I'll put it in the chat again. I need you to come to this. It's the links in the description. I'm posting this on chat one more time in case you missed it. There's an airdrop going to happen for Sonic. And you guys need to come here, follow them, retweet it, and put hashtag R2R. I don't see no hashtag R2Rs, or maybe you haven't done it yet, but you just go in there, hashtag R2R, and follow the steps to earn the Sonic airdrop points. All right? For free. For free. Okay? This is going to be a big change. It's going to be a big event. So, links in the description, guys. Bitcoin's doing its things. You know, we're right there. I appreciate all of you guys. I'll read this last comment. I hate to miss any comments. Serious Alpha from you, brother. Thank you. Please verify your comment from yesterday talking to Steve. You said the bull market, in your opinion, will peak around March 2025 due to you also mean altcoins. I believe that the bull market is happening from now till March 2025 and will end and gradually slip into a bear market in April and May. And we reach the end of the cycle. That's just my thoughts. I'm not like a Nostradamus or anything like that, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Sharon Rose, your realness is always appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. I want to be honest. I want you guys just to know that, like, I can't sit here and just be like, it's bullish, and bullish. I have the same emotions as you guys. You know, I'm sitting here with my kids, and I have 5 kids. Christmas is coming, and there's, you know, the more money you make, the more they take, the more your bills are. You know, I depend on crypto. It's what I've done for a living for a long time. So I get stressed out at times like this. I've been through it. So I want to share that those emotions are real, and I understand them, and I know where you're coming from. And hopefully I can give you some of my optimism and some of my reasoning as far as being, you know, bullish still and having belief that could help you truck along. But I feel like the only way to do that is address that it does hurt right now to see the market going up while Titanx is down. It could be very confusing when the founder is out there saying that it's a narrative that stakers are selling and it's this people and all that. It could be a lot of things. It could be people just flat out don't believe in the system and they're leaving, right? Which I don't agree with. I think the opposite. So chalk up the hands, all right? Hold on tight. Till next time, we shall do it again. Yeah, dog.
Lady of the Faucet, just get it. It's hard to walk. It's hard to walk. Back to riches. Back to riches. It's hard to walk. It's hard to walk. Back to riches. Back to riches. It's hard to walk. It's hard to walk. Back to riches. Back to riches. It's hard to walk. It's hard to walk. Back to riches. Back to riches. Got my call from the R2R. Farmers going up, Brody, check the truck. In the loots, buying all these plots. Thomas G and Mike got the chat on lock. With a drip and pause. Got these dogs and pigeons from me, I'm ready to score. Got me a bag of the rich and hard, I think I need more. Group got me in the wave, now I'm swimming the shore. Now I'm up to the core. It's hard to walk, it's hard to walk. Back to riches, back to riches. It's hard to walk, it's hard to walk. Back to riches, just back to riches. It's hard to walk, it's hard to walk. Back to riches, back to riches. It's hard to walk, it's hard to walk. Back to riches.